Welcome back! You found Fritz and this video, which means that you most likely have a Midi keyboard with synth action style keys, and some of them are broken. Well, 4 out of 5 times this type of repair is worth trying before shelling out the cash for a new keyboard, so it's worth giving it a shot. I'm using an Akai Mini in this video, but I've also had success on my larger M-Audio key station and comparable models from Arturia, Nectar, Novation, Yamaha, etc. all share similar designs. So let's get going. The tools needed are a Phillips screwdriver with a smaller bit. Magnetization and a spinning body make the job a lot easier, but they aren't completely necessary. Then, something that's good to have is a spudger, which is a handy plastic tool for reaching small parts on the circuit board. This way, you won't have to use your fingernails. Then we'll need a bottle of isopropyl alcohol with a purity of at least 90%. This is easy to find at most drugstores, but avoid the 70% bottle because that leaves too much water behind and could damage the circuit board. 90% evaporates very quickly. And finally, we'll need a toothbrush. So to get started, we'll flip over the keyboard and remove all of the screws on the back. Then lift up the keyboard from the side, taking note of any USB or other ports because these can snag while removing the plastic housing. Also, take note that many keyboards of this style have a one-piece top which tucks underneath the front keys. So maneuver the top accordingly, but be careful, don't pull up too far because there is a ribbon cable below that connects the top controls to the bottom half of the unit. Next, we're going to remove the ribbon cable. This isn't 100% necessary, but it makes the job easier and safer because ribbon cables, and especially their sockets, are easily damaged. To remove the 2 tiny plastic tabs on either side of the cable, this is where the spudger comes in handy. Now, with good access to the keyboard, you'll notice that it's broken up into sections that can be removed individually. So depending on which keys work or not, you might not have to remove the entire keyboard. The white and black keys are separate pieces, so just lift up from the bottom of the black ones and then lightly push forward as the keys are hinged under the bottom housing. Next, we're going to peel off the rubber piece below the keys. After you remove it, take note that the little black circles are arranged so that the top row is slightly longer than the bottom one. Sometimes just removing and reseating the rubber piece is all that's necessary to restore function to all of the keys. However, this next step, using alcohol and the toothbrush, is useful if there's issues caused by exposure to humid conditions, straight-up liquid damage, dust, and any other kind of interfering buildup. So just dip the brush into the bottle and then wring it out on the way out, then lightly brush away at pretty much the whole circuit board. The board will be dry within seconds, and you can start reassembling. The ribbon cable is rigid towards its end with the intent on making it easier to push back into place, but it can still be a pain to get it to sit right. Those tabs love to move around on either side. Anyhow, once you get it back in, before you screw the bottom back together, give the keyboard a test run. If it works, then great! You've saved yourself some money and you can finish sealing it back up with the bottom screws. If not, then you can check to see if something isn't connected properly, or if it just won't work, then hey, at least you tried. I hope this little guide has helped you out in some way. Or if it's at least entertaining, then give it a like and check out some of the other stuff on the Fritz Como Music Creation channel. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.